It was the night of 2013, and my favorite show was canceled. I thought this would never. I thought this was the worst time as for me as a kid. A few years later, I was. I checked it out. I checked out an online site for my favorite show, Courage. There was about. I checked out the first season because that's all I had enough for. So, and there was about 20 episodes in there. But when I looked at it, there was 21 episodes. So I'm like, huh, they probably made shorts for for the show. I couldn't wait to get my hands on there. But somehow, but, but somehow it took a year, more than a year. It took 3 years for it to deliver. So when I finally got it, I was excited. I couldn't wait to open it up and watch it. I looked I looked at what was in it, and it had a DVD that was black, and it said Courage's Final Hours. So I'm like, well, that's a creepy name for an episode. I'm like, it's probably a lost episode. So when I watched every one of the episodes, I did everything that I did for every Courage show I watched. I popped some popcorn and I put the first DVD in. So I just sat there and waited till all of it was done. I watched all 20 of them, and by the time I was finished, it was around 8. And when I looked closer at it in the light, it said do not watch after 8. So I'm like, what bad could this happen? So I put the DVD in. It started out like a regular Courage show, except one thing was different. The TV was broken. The furniture was torn up. Muriel was on Courage. Courage was on Muriel's lap, and Eustace was still angry as usual. So she starts talking to Courage, and next thing you know, Eustace comes running up to her, and he says, usually what he says to Courage, he screams out, "Stupid dog," but not in his regular voice, in a voice I've never heard him speak of. It's like a demonic voice. It was crackly too. When he talked, all he said was "stupid dog" in that same demonic voice. Muriel tried to stop him, but he grabbed a shovel and hit her on top of the head. Not once or twice. He hit her constantly, and I didn't see him hit her in the head. I didn't see the wounds, but you could see the blood splattering on the walls, and Courage just sitting in the back, shivering. And you see him holding Eustace's head. Then he runs upstairs, seeing that Eustace saw him. He says, "Stupid dog, give me back my hat." Courage doesn't want him to catch up to him, so he decides to go where his computer is. To his surprise, Eustace tore up his computer and left left a message that said something like, if you want to survive, you will leave when you have the chance. But Courage didn't heed the warning. So next thing I see is Courage's eyes go black and the screen goes blood red. And he's standing beside Muriel's grave. And a few seconds later pass by, and Eustace is screaming at Courage to get back in the house. Now, you do not deserve to see Muriel's grave. So, he gets the courage to get in the truck and run Eustace over. Right when he knows that Eustace is dead, he puts him in the back of the truck. And then the screen goes blank and you hear a scream. I think it was Eustace's scream, but it kind of sounded like Muriel's at the same time. Courage said something like, "That's what you get for making me a naughty dog. I am not a naughty dog. You are the naughty dog." And he said that about 3 times before the screen went black, and the theme for the Courage song played backwards over and over. Then Courage came on the screen with the bloody blade he had to kill Eustace with, and on the screen it said, this is what happens to bad people. Courage gets them." I was so scared I didn't want anybody else to see it. So I sold it to some other kid, saying, "Don't watch this. Don't, please, whatever you do, destroy the DVD. Destroy it. But don't watch it."